Hey guys, making another video. Um, Once again, I hate making videos that are not like the most positive thing. Some of the topics and even what's going on in the world right now is not much fun. um, and I try to stay away from that as much as I can. Um, I'm just trying to be positive, and I know at least for right now, and might be why I'm only making like a few videos. You kind of just explaining like, oh, this is what I'm taking, this blah blah blah, this is what I got. Not so much on what's going on with work, which is it's been a lot, but I decided to take some time away from that. Um, and I'll let you guys in on basically how it's been. It's been pretty rough. So, last time I talked to you guys about work, remember that photo? Yeah, so in the time frame, because that was the 10th, June 10th, not January, June 10th, for that day, it was me, Storm, Night Crew Manager, and another one. We were all pretty much the ones that I put everything on the shelf. As far as for breaking down the load, it's me and supposedly the fastest person, which he does seem to get a lot done. He does a very good job. It's just he goes um, too energetically, if it makes any sense. He's almost ran into people, and yeah, it's chaotic. But anyways, he had, I think for that day I had done 6 pallets. He had done 2 pallets. At the time of the photos that I made, yeah, he had um, four right there. One, two, three, four. And then when looking at this, there was a half pallet. Well, I thought it was a half pallet. Maybe it is a full pallet. It is a full pallet. So I did get that one done. So there was 6 pallets done. It was actually a full pallet, so I misspoke. So yeah, I was getting a lot more done. It took about an hour to downstack all those pallets. Yes, the micromanager was running stuff to the aisles. But I mean, there was also stuff that I was running to the aisles occasionally too. Just not as often. It worked out well. I actually think it's the fastest way to do it. Um, and it's kind of funny because we have two new people that were hired right after me. I'm still not 100% sure why, but two people hired after me. And, we kind of got that system kind of going. It gets messed up when we are paired up with some of the people that have been working there for a while. They are stuck on their own ways. They don't care. They want everything to be drawn out. They're basically trying to ruin the night crew as much as they can. Um, it is quite interesting, and I don't know. They're kind of upset. They're frustrated. Their hours are getting cut, and this kind of comes into the effect of what this whole video is about. Is hours being cut. This is happening nationwide. People are losing their jobs. California, there was just announced 10,000 people lost their jobs because of the $20 hike, supposedly. So, the fast food hike, a lot more people are losing their jobs. And it is crazy, and it's not getting any better. As a matter of fact, it's getting worse. They're talking about hiking the minimum wage even higher, creating more people to get fired. It's interesting though, at my job, it's been the exact opposite. You get more people fired, or you hire more people and the hours just go. And that, unfortunately, the latter is what happened. And it's unfortunate because I was promised, yes, I was promised to have, be full time, to not start out with 40 hours, but have 40 hours soon. And then I was told that I would have 40 hours soon, and it's been over a month since I was last told that. My schedule is quite abysmal. I am working 3 days for 6.5 hours. I'm not going to be able to pay rent, unfortunately, if this keeps up. I won't be able to do that for long. I'm going to become homeless because of this. And it's unfortunate because I left a job that I was making guaranteed 40 hours, and I was being given 40 hours. And I was getting paid more, 18 an hour, when I was told I would be making 18.83. I have the recording of it. I have everything documented because I know my rights and what I need to do to cover my butt. The other problem is that I have is, yes, I understand that I'm 30 years old. Most of the people that are working at the same place as I am don't know that. They're high school, college students. They're not going to know. This might be their first job. And even with all of the double checking, getting everything laid out, this still happens. I am extremely frustrated at this because had any of the signs of the warning happened during the process of me being hired, there was only one potential process of it, which I can still hold, but one potential process, and that was when I was on the phone and I was told, we'd like to give you the job, but you can't work at a competing store from us, which was when I was working at Market of Choice. So Safeway says that Market of Choice is their competitor. Okay. My problem is, because this never would have stuck out in my head, except the fact that when I was being told this on the phone, I was told, not that I'm saying that, and this is what I'm saying in quotes, this is what the person said, not that I'm saying this, but you could leave Market of Choice and come to Safeway. Or you can quit and go to Safeway. That's in quotes. That's what, I'm not me saying it, that's what the person on the phone said, which was the person at customer service. And that, I would have no problem with this. I would have no problem at all. I never would have taken this as an issue, but, I mean, technically it's illegal, but I'm not going to say anything about that if I got my hours. It's as simple as that. And my other question is, if I'm doing night crew and I'm working with apparently fastest best worker, and he's got 2 pallets done and I've got 6. Like, how am I getting screwed of hours? How is he getting 40 hours? 40 hours plus. And this is the same guy that was trying to get me to leave or be fired, so he can get even more hours, and he's already got 40 hours. Um, the other example I'm going to give is the fact that I was working, the last time that I worked, which was not yesterday, I was supposed to work yesterday, but, well, this morning, um, but I was sick. I worked, I think it was Friday. Yeah, Friday. And one of the workers was sick. Clearly had the flu or some kind of cold or something. Never should have been working. And lo and behold, he got me sick. And none of the coworkers were happy about it. Some of them talked to me about why is he working. It made no sense. He worked for half the shift and then left. But I know why. It's because he needs, with the way the schedules are, if he doesn't work at all, he won't be able to pay rent. It's as simple as that. He has to work at least something. So what it does is, with not being scheduled, not getting enough hours, people are having to work under the weather, potentially getting other people sick. This has already happened. He wasn't sick from whatever it was. He got sick from another coworker. So basically I'm the third person, maybe fourth person in line from just the store getting from sickness being passed on, which is just not okay. It's just terrible. It's absolutely sad, disheartening. And I would like to know if similar things are going on throughout the world. I feel like it is. Not necessarily the world, but the nation, the U.S. Because this is just, it's absolutely disheartening. Like, the change of a work environment completely changed. Like, I worked at Safeway. It was less than 2 years ago. No, it was less than a year ago, actually. And it was not like this. I was getting overtime, extra hours. Everybody was working hard, knew their positions, and everybody had to work to get the job done. This over here, I mean, if I'm wondering what's gonna happen as far as for when I come back and I go in today, because I can't afford to not be there. I still feel slightly under the weather, but I have to. And apparently, it doesn't matter. So why should I care? But what I don't understand is, well, I go in. I already know that the work from yesterday or this morning. Yeah, they didn't finish it. There's no way with two new people. One who's not at 100%, probably actually didn't even work. Because he was pretty sick. There's no way. There's no way that they would get it all done unless they somehow got some help, somehow, some way. So, we'll have to see. But they need to be giving extra hours, and I think it'd be great if it was for the entire crew. I think there would be less toxicity and less angst amongst each other, because there very clearly is, with this crew. But I don't know what to say. The biggest thing I've been trying to do is just be positive. If somebody, like that happened during that day, I asked the coworker that was sick, and this was early on. I didn't know that he was sick. I was like, does this go with this aisle? because I'm still learning. I've only been for a few months. Does this go in? Is this aisle 16 cart? And he's like, yeah. Does this go in aisle 16? And he's like, yeah. So I'm like, okay, I'm dropping an aisle 16 cart. And he's like, no, what are you doing? You said 17. And he starts trying to argue with me on what I was trying to say. And I'm just like, dude, it's not even worth it. Like, I just go and I just say, oh yeah, sure, whatever. And just drop it on. It doesn't need to be like that. It really doesn't. Like, that's just an example, a recent example of that. And it's like, the crew doesn't want to work together. The new guys do. I believe it or not, I think it's better with the new people. It's crazy. It's crazy what's going on there. So I don't know. It is what it is. And yeah, I hope I can get more hours. I don't know what'll happen. I really hope that things get better. I'm. The thing is, I wish that they were watching me work the whole time, weeks before and whatnot, because very clearly they were not. They were asking me why did I not get everything done, and then later on asking, oh, where's your coworker? And I'm like, what? What coworker? No, he hasn't been. He hasn't been coming on this day for the past 2 days. Oh, he's supposed to. Well, he hasn't been here. So for past 2 weeks. So it's like, I mean, I'm basically almost like they're telling me that I'm supposed to be getting all this stuff done. And that's supposed to be later on to find out that it's me and a coworker. I'm almost getting what 2 people should be getting done. So I'm like very confused on that. So hopefully things get better. Hopefully there's improvement. That's the other thing is this is a schedule. And anything can change. They could call me in. I've been noticing I've been getting called in more. And that's why I really, really, really did not want to take yesterday, this morning off. I really did not. But I did have some sick time. I don't want to risk getting somebody else sick. And very clearly, whatever I have that I got from my coworker is contagious. So I don't know. It is what it is. But anyways, that is my update as far as for work. It has been very chaotic, as you can tell. But I'm still working on staying positive, and we'll see what happens. I'll talk to you guys in the next video, and have a good day. Bye-bye.